Hello and welcome to my new gaming channel, Behind on Race Editor here. I think we're going with lapping with purpose. Yeah, let's go with that, shall we? Cool. So, you join me on the brink of an incredibly long challenge run that I'm going to set myself for 2025. So I thought to myself the other day, Formula 1 at least, the current rule set is changing next year, the regulations. As of time of recording, this is early 2025 in March. We've just had F1 testing and we've just had a glimpse of what's to come for this year, and hopefully it's going to be a really competitive year, the last year of these cars. I'm really looking forward to it. So I thought to myself, I like playing F1 games on and off. It's been a few months since I last played one. I've not played the last few. So why not set myself a challenge and record it whilst I'm there? Why not? So I thought, well, the 2014 was when the current kind of hybrid era started. I'm not going to quite go back that far because you can play it on 2015 and the previous release was on 360. I thought to myself, what am I going to do? Do I go for arguably the worst car every single year and see how we come out? And I thought, no, it's going to be very hard and very depressing.
They say that everything just fits and it just works.
So instead I've chosen to go for a certain driver who's been in from 2015 to the current year. Now I believe there's maybe 3 people that could have been, and I felt 2 of which would have been quite boring because they've not changed car that often and they've always been pretty much at the top, and I didn't really want to do that. I wanted more of an underdog story, right? We can pit ourselves against the actual race results and we can go year by year as they change the cars. So I've chosen Carlos Sainz Jr. for the run. He debuted in 2015 in a Toro Rosso, and he then moved to Renault, I believe a couple of years later, then to McLaren, then on to Ferrari, and now for 2025 Williams. And he popped in my head first, simply because he topped the timing sheets for testing. Now that's going to be a glory run, I know, the hopium, the copium. You know, that's not a Williams 2025 WDC. I don't think that's going to be our new champion for the year. I think he said himself, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're probably not aiming for any podiums. We're going to be fighting for a top 10 for points. And that's quite realistic, but he's a good driver, he's a quick driver, he's a thinking driver. And it's going to be really interesting as a yardstick for Albon because he's not had much in the way of a yardstick for the last few years. So that's where my head's gone. I've gone, I'll play as Carlos Sainz. We've got real life results. And who else debuted in 2015 alongside him, the Toro Rosso? A certain Max Verstappen. Maybe can I beat Max a few times? How did he come out in 2015? I don't actually know, I've not looked it up. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be playing through every single F1 video game from 2015 to 2025. Now that sounds quite easy, but reality, and I'd like to complete this over 2025. Now, a new channel, so every video that I do, every season that I do, I'm going to aim to be doing everything that I do better. I'm decent at racing games, and as you can see, my PC setup behind me, I haven't got a wheel to race on. This is going to be solely controller. Now I do have F1 2050 on Steam. For whatever reason, a lot of the older F1 games are very hard to get on PC. They've been delisted from Steam. So whilst I already have 2050 on Steam, and that's what I'm going to be initially playing, obviously as the first season, we'll then be moving on to Xbox. So I'm more than likely going to get an Xbox One to sit underneath or on top of my PC, plug in an Elgato and capture it. So as of time of recording for this intro for the season, I have done a couple of races so far. Things have gone quite well. I think that I need to work on my mic settings. I'm using a headset with the inbuilt mic, which is probably not going to be the best in terms of quality, so please bear with me as I go through these races. I'm going to be trying to tweak the filters through OBS and my microphone settings, and eventually if it does prove not good enough, I will just get a standalone microphone and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm really excited for this kind of playthrough. It isn't going to be a one and done season, so I've got all those seasons to get through, and I'd like to complete 2025 by the end of 2025. The last few games are obviously going to be quite expensive. When 2025 comes out, probably mid-year or so, as it always does, that's probably going to be like a £60 game. So I'm going to hold off for a sale, a CD key. Maybe that'll have to go into 2026. But at the very least, the first 5 or 6 are pretty much going to be very easy, because in the UK, where I am, CEX, the kind of game store, if they have them in stock, 2015 to 2019, they're all £4 each, very cheap. If I can source them for cheaper than that on eBay or Vinted or a car boot sale, for example, I will pick them up as and when I find them. As it currently stands, I have 2015, I have 2020, which is the one that I've put quite a lot of time into, and I actually picked up 2021 yesterday, which is also a smart delivery game, so I can play that on Xbox as well as the Series Xbox. So I have those 3 so far out of the technically 11, I think, 2015 to 2025. So I'm really looking forward to this, see how we do in terms of how we're going to play it. As I said earlier, we're going to be on controller. Sorry if that's sacrilege to some people. I've not got the space, the money, or the time for a proper wheel control setup. That would be amazing to do, but it's not going to happen. We're going to play on the maximum difficulty in every single one. That is not something that I've done before. I'm usually pretty much good enough to play it between the very hard and legendary if I do put some time in to get to know the game. Some tracks I'm terrible at and I would typically skip them, so please bear with me as we go. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, in terms of the difficulty and assists on the games, everything, we're going to be playing at the maximum difficulty. Not something I've done before, so I'm a little bit worried about that, but we're going to give it our all. Good college try. In terms of assists, they're pretty much all going to be off. I think I've got traction control so far on the lowest setting, and I have pit assist on. I'm not sure what it does if I turn it off, but if pit assist on, I can basically throw the car at the pits. I think that's fair. That's pretty real life. Everything else is off. All racing line is obviously all off. Anti-lock brakes, no. All that kind of stuff. We're on simulation damage, like full damage. Rewinds, flashbacks, that's all off as well. If I make a mistake myself, if I bin it, I DNF, I damage the car, that's on me, and we'll take it as it comes. There is going to be some AI, FIA, BS penalties, whatever along the way. It's by the by. It's a byproduct of playing an F1 game, unfortunately. And in terms of the race settings, for the sake of actually hopefully achieving this goal within 2025, I do have a full-time job. I have a young family, lots of things going on. So I need to aim to complete 3 to 5 race weekends a week, basically, in the small amount of time that I do have that I can game and put my headset on and obviously talk. I'm going to be live commentating this. I'm not going to be doing a voiceover, so I do need kind of like concentration and quiet. Not small children coming and asking me for food or up or down or whatever it might be. So time's going to be difficult to grab, but I'm going to do it. So far, I think I've recorded 2 race weekends within 24 hours, so pretty good going to get started. So yeah, in terms of the race weekend settings, I'm going to be going for a short practice, short qualifying, and then 25% race, which is usually around 15 laps. And a race weekend should total between 45 minutes and 1 hour, for me playing at least. I'll probably do a small bit of editing, so it does cut it down for a little bit. And I'm guessing at least before I've actually edited these and looked at them, I'll probably be releasing them race on race, and at the end of the season I may do a season long or highlights compilation or a voiceover to see how it went, depending on time, how we get through it and how it went, of course. So I hope you join me for these playthroughs. It's going to be a little bit of how's the game's changed over the years. 2015 so far, whilst you're given a target and objective, there doesn't seem to be any research and development or press or interviews or questions or extra activities. It's purely the race, which is going to be very beneficial for getting through it. I'm not looking forward to later games when there is interviews and press and answers and questions and research and development objectives. So that's going to be a slog. Not really a fan of that unless I'm playing kind of like a my team thing, and obviously because we're playing as a certain driver, we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be playing as them. I really hope you like the videos. They're going to be getting better. Please bear with me as I adjust my settings. I've started the season now. I'm not going to start it over just because I think the first few are going to be a little bit rocky in terms of microphone performance. So yeah, please like and comment. subscribe, all that kind of good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and then after that, hopefully. So, see you later. Thanks.
Session is about to start for this weekend's Australian Grand Prix. The pre-race talking is over. Now it's time for the drivers to show their worth. The teams will be visiting tracks across 5 continents as they battle it out for both the drivers and the...
Alright lad, calm down. That's up.
Okay, Jeff here. Radio check seems good. Before we get started, I just want to tell you how much I'm looking forward to working with you. Your success is my success, so let's give it our all. If you need anything, just let me know.
Oh dear. Jeff's going to get sacked along with me then, mate. Sorry, lad. Can I do a test, please, lad? Flying lap, please. Or the buns? This is a bit well. Oh yes, the speed. So hello and welcome to my new series on my new channel where I will be playing through 10 years of F1 games as Carlos Sainz Jr. Now hopefully I've done an adequate enough intro to this challenge and this playthrough, and I jumped straight into the championship. Short weekend, which means I get a 15-minute practice. I have chosen to do a short qualifying and then a 25% race. My aim is to be able to hopefully complete each race weekend in roughly about 1 hour playtime. And I'll probably just shorten that down a little bit and edit it. So I'm going to preface this by saying that I know Melbourne quite well in that I've raced many F1 games around this track, but I'm not fast here, and this is on the maximum difficulty. We're screwed. I don't have a setup for this because that 2015 setup, which apparently I have, was probably made myself, and I'm not a setup person, and I definitely wasn't 10 years ago. So the next race, I'm probably going to look online just to see if there are some setups per track, because I don't trust the default settings to be any good, quite frankly. So I'm just driving around a little bit in practice because I don't think this game has like necessarily targets and objectives that you need to meet for any sort of research and development. I honestly have not played through this. I've done a couple of tests at this track just to see how far I'm off the pace and just to make sure that my OBS and recording software is all working and just that I was comfortable with the racing and how the AI and my speed is basically.
That's the end of practice, and it's Lewis Hamilton who was able to achieve the fastest time on the track today.
I haven't gone faster than a 130.5. I may end up adjusting my playthrough. We'll have to see how this goes.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. We'll soon learn the true performance of these cars out on track. What can we expect to see in the following session?
Well, I think we're all expecting the Mercedes power unit.
Alright, blah blah blah. I assume I'm on the option tyres? The current tyre option, yeah, that makes sense. This is just option and prime. So option is essentially soft, and then prime is kind of like the hard tyre, which should last a while. Okay, we're behind somebody. Is that a Ferrari? Well, they're just going to clear off the distance. That's not a problem at all. Full concentration mode. Oh yeah. Slide, bit on the grass. I really hope this playthrough doesn't just show me up being a terrible driver, but okay. It's just not as oh dear. It's just not it's not as accomplished if I do it on very hard to legend. But I've never actually played the full difficulty on an F1 game before. It's usually on a scale, on a slider, it's usually from very hard to legend, around 100. Legend is usually 110%. Probably means the AI changed or something. Stevens I'm going to hope to beat him. Jump to curb, classic. So this Toro Rosso should be capable of a top 10. But we wouldn't be surprised if occasionally we're going to be outside the top 10, especially if it's a track I'm not actually very good at. As you may have seen earlier, we are alongside the debuting Max Verstappen. Should be an interesting comparison. I don't actually know how he did in his initial first season. I have looked up Carlos's results, and we don't actually get better than a P7. I think he managed to like 16 points across the season. And the first race was a P9, so we're not going to achieve that. But we're going to try our best to get a points haul here or there. What's that, 130.8? Yeah, that's probably it. My hopes. I have run 2 races here just as a test to make sure everything's working. And that's probably the fastest I've ever been. Let's see if I'm down in sector 1, but I felt like I kind of lifted off after the start straight. Oh, okay, I'm 0.4 up. Okay, well, there's obviously plenty to be found. It's just whether I'm actually capable of doing that and being consistent. Cheap, bit cheap, maybe a little cheap. Game's not bothered by it, so I'm not bothered by it. Corner cutting is on. Early turn in. Oh, too much, too much, too much. Sliding, sliding, sliding. These tires are right. There it's open. Yeah. I gave it my all, but I think I lost a lot of time doing that. 29.7. I'm taking it. I am taking it. I'm not getting better than that this time.
And it's Kimi Räikkönen on pole for
Max
tomorrow's
Verstappen
race.
just qualified
After
7th.
a fantastic lap time
Good gosh.
that has cemented
We're
his
doomed.
place in the top spot.
Kimi
Well, he's
Räikkönen
on
in
the
the
front
race actually
row,
qualified
on the
first.
clean side of the grid, so unless he
Assa
gets a poor start,
Bottas,
the other
3rd
drivers
and
might
4th.
have
Are you
trouble
sure
getting
about that?
anywhere
Hang
near
on.
him tomorrow.
When Red Bulls are 5th and 6th, this actually could be and Ricardo. This is the year that Vettel went to Ferrari. The two Daniels and Daniels. Wow, okay, that's quite impressive for them. Rosberg qualified 10th. Someone's getting fired. It's about 16. I beat a McHonda. First year of the McHonda relationship, excellent. And a Force India, I'm happy with that. And naturally, the two Manners, we have to beat the Manners. Anybody else is a bonus, even if they DNF. Or if we take them out, honestly. I expect to go backwards somewhat in the race. I'm not sure I'll be able to keep up the consistency over the race distance, even if it is 25%. I think that's 15 laps.
And I think it's shaping up to be a classic. I'm looking forward to seeing if Kimi Räikkönen can go from pole to a race win today. If he can,
Honestly, this
that'll
game
be
still
a
looks really
massive
good.
result for the Ferrari team.
Well, Kimi's
I'm
won here
expecting the
before in both
2016,
the Ferrari
2017 for
and the
playing F1
Lotus,
to be a bit of a
so it's
downgrade, honestly.
definitely
This
one
is
of those tracks that suits his
1440p.
driving style.
You're probably watching
With
it
so
at
many
1080p.
competitive cars around him, though,
Okay, this game's
let's see
looking
if
a bit
that
weird.
speed in qualifying translates into race pace.
So what would you have been doing overnight if you were Lewis Hamilton to make up the time difference that he needs to
3
make up
seconds
based
off
on
the pole.
yesterday's qualifying?
Jesus. The differences weren't that bad, surely, actually, in the season itself. So stop 1, lap 7 to 8 for the prime tyre. That's 15 lap race. I feel like that's quite late. That's almost halfway through the race. Right, here goes nothing. First race of the season. Am I going to get taken out? Can I actually start one of these cars? Up in a second for it. Something like that. Oh, Maldonado's doing some dangerous things. Nothing new there. I can't send it up the inside because I've got somebody up my inside. Please don't. Please don't wreck. Both of my testers involved in first corner accidents. I have got fuel to play around with as well. Take advantage of the AI a little bit. So otherwise I'm not going to ever get in these spaces. Okay, but maybe. Is that Lotus at this point? Lotus Renault? Oh, checking up. Oh, sorry. Nibble, nibble. I'm on full damage. Okay, that's good. A little bit of a gap behind, don't know what they're doing. The ultimate send up of sides of Malamara, it's been a good race. Quite brave indeed. Habit. Look at them pulling away from me. I don't know how I feel. Is it just because I've got a Renault Power Air? I'll brick the back of this car. Oh, that was the speed through there. I don't think I even cheated. Can I dive? No. Okay, I need to be a bit more careful about that. Oh, shoot. Supposedly no damage. That was a bit naughty. High fuel. Oh, what have they got? Sauber's got a Ferrari engine, right? It's going to be stronger than this. Right, okay, that's enough. That one. Locking up the rears. This is very. I've got a lot of rear bias. Not quite sure why. I had it in my test as well. Just locking up the rears. Backing it in as if I was a MotoGP rider. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm on 12th. Machine. Carlos Sainz Jr doing a great job. I just need an AI pile-up or a couple of DNFs. No. I'm going to try not to move again. Surely you'll back out of that before I get told off for that. Yeah, he did. Kept my foot through that right-hander. Moving those offline. Got to pat myself on the back somehow. There's no grip out of that corner whatsoever. I am going to have some excuses here and there. Obviously, I'm doing a live commentary. I'm not doing a voiceover. I'm not watching this back. I'm doing it live, baby. So that's an excuse, because I'm going to try and be 100% concentration, but I nearly nibbled the wall right there. That would have been a damage from it. Win.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Good luck. I'm not going to get TRS unless someone passes me. But hey, keep positive, right? There's a massive train ahead of us. They could slow each other up. Who's that on? Is that my teammate? Yes, it is indeed. I'm catching my teammate. I'm going to be the next go. Oh, okay. Yep, that was completely deserved. I could have obviously chosen Verstappen this one as well. He debuted same year. Jeff! Not in the braking zone. Jesus, Jeff. Right, fine. Back it down to standard.
Okay, looks like you're running on some slightly warm rubber at this point. Should still have a fair amount of
Don't want to
grip
double
left,
stack
but be
on the next
mindful,
lap.
it's going to start falling away.
Oh my god, I'm sliding like mad. What is this going to be, 131? What's that? Ooh, 131. 1. I'm P3, baby! Podium's on. No stop. Oh, this feels horrible. I've got so many cars behind me catching me. I've lost so much time with these tyres. I knew I should have gone in the lap earlier. Never mind. I mean, I came up on Verstappen. I would have just double stacked. That's really frustrating. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. Come on, Toro Rosso boys. Let's go. 2.4. That sounds pretty good. 2015, right? I don't think we were sub 2 seconds in that era. 10 years ago now. Need I remind anyone? Coming up on the first race in what, a few weeks.
We want to finish the race on this compound.
Where am I? I've got no one challenging behind. Don't want to just spin them up whilst they're cold. Nice and gentle. P13. Fine Verstappen, unsurprisingly. What is that? Is that red 12 saying that my target is 12? Fair. It's quite fair. I'd like someone to DNF because I'm not going to catch him, I don't think. His tyres are going to be warm. He's just going to drive away from me at this point. going to try and behave myself a little bit better, especially that if I cut that chicane one more time, I think I will get a 5-second. This has been easily the highest position that I've been. I've had to. I've lost so much time there. That was terrible.
Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
Yellow flags. Oh, someone's blown up. Someone's on the exit of this corner. Oh, he spun it. Who's that? That Button? You telling me Button is ahead of me?
Drivers is about to pit. The crew are prepping for a stop.
His tyres feel awful, by the way. 12th? I'm at my target, but Hulkbird is chasing me down. I've lost some speed over the last few laps. Unfortunately, I think that's just going to happen because I've not got that person in front of me to chase. He's going to probably try and do me through the chicane. Out of it. If not into it. Jesus, no way. No, Hulk. Silly thing to do. What are you doing, lad? What is that? The guys in front of me just getting further and further away. It's quite depressing, but I'm happy that, honestly, I'm not P18 like I was the last time, just about to beat the manners. I have unlocked a little bit of pace in that in the real thing. The rest of the races of the season are just going to be a case of effort, we'll do it live. I'm not going to practice for them a test. I just wanted to make sure that I was somewhat up to pace. Here he comes. He's got Mercedes power engine. Mercedes engine in the back of that bar. What's in here? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. So slow out of there. If I put my foot down, that's it. It's just going to slide and spin up. Maximise this. Yeah, boy. This is actually my fastest first. Oh, no. Fastest first sector. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, thanks. Oh, hello. What's this about? Just a gear, mate. Thanks for waving your hand at me. Don't mind if I do. We're going to slow each other down so much here. There is someone else coming up to me.
There's 40% of our initial load remaining. 40%.
I want to meet my objective if I can. It probably just means that they're going to give me like an objective of P7 like next time or some nonsense, but I'd like to meet it every now and again. It's roughly where the car should be. Oh my god, I was so slow for there, wasn't I? Come on then, 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 come on then. There you are. Oh, shouldn't have dared him. Right, calm down. And I went up P11. Did we pass someone? Did someone do a late stop? Or someone two stopped? I don't remember seeing that. Doesn't mean I'm just going to give this up for the lols. Yeah, that's about as best as I can really do it.
One of the Force India cars is about to stop by the looks of it. Their pit crew are getting ready.
Perez is going to stop as well. What? Wait, Perez is in front of me. How's that happened? He's already in. Someone's gone past him. Oh my god, what are they doing? Was India messing up the strategy? I'm 10th. I'm going to get a point. Okay, calm down. I can still win this. There's still 3 laps left.
We're now down to our last quarter of a tank. That's 25% fuel remaining.
I don't need that I know, Jeff, thank you. I literally just looked at my fuel and saw that I'm okay. Oh, I turned Jeff down. I put the race engineer down from full to critical only. So that I can see my fuel. I don't need him to say that and then tell me that the Porsche is 25%, whatever way he said it. But Jeff gonna Jeff. His name's Jeff, right? He's Jeff. I tell you, foreshadowing. At some point during this year, the AI are going to do something really derpy and they're all going to pit on like the second to last lap or whatever. And I'm going to inherit a silly position for Toro Rosso in 2015. I'm hoping. You know, I'd like to equal better real life sciences points. He did have, I just looked it up, I think he did have 7 DNFs in the year. Not quite sure what they're for. I've not watched the review. I went on YouTube and I found like an hour-long BBC review. But it was like, oh god, I shouldn't be talking to her. But it was like a sit-down, like look back on the year review. It wasn't actually like season highlights. You know, they weren't running down the order or anything like that. Taking it easy now. Last lap of the first race of last season, of the first season in our 10-season long escapade. Vettel has caught my teammate. I should not be looking at the map. What you gonna do? Oh my good gosh. There's some. Someone won yet? There we go. Well, someone explain that to me. He qualified 10th. Nico Rosberg has just won. I thought Hamilton was in the lead. Make that make sense. Has he just driven through the field? Was he pitted once and everyone else pitted twice? I feel like I need to watch a replay of that. The Vettel's just gone fastest lap. Oh my god, look at the slide, look at the slide. Jesus, these tyres are cracked. We got a point! Get in! I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. Please be happy. I'm happy! I was honestly expecting to have a first corner collision or DNF or something, so 9th and 10th, I'm really happy with that. His real life result was 9. I don't know how that happened. I'll replay this, I think I will. 129.9, 129.8.
Well, what a weekend that has been.
That's probably the first I've ever been
for another thrilling
here on the pace at Melbourne.
Formula 1 season.
That was awesome. Not gonna watch me? Either. No. I'll go backwards. Sorry. Here we are now in Rosberg. Can I get like a any stats? No, that makes that no way. Did he have it? Mercedes power up the inside? Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Anyway. Okay, so slightly making it look silly there, but that was very good side-by-side racing. Especially by AI. But he did get it eventually. Rest of it is now done exactly the same move to get right in the bell. Okay. It's gonna be a good thing. There's something up there. Is he gonna put off exactly the same move? He loves it. That's the 3rd time he's done that. Still don't need the camera shake. Lap 13, 15. Pits. And we didn't pit. Sliding like mad out of that last corner though. Oxford just hasn't.
Mercedes came out on top today, with Nico Rosberg bringing home the car in first place
came home
to add
seventh.
another 25 points to his championship total.
It was a fantastic performance,
Nice.
and one that they should be very proud.
Meeting objective, finish in the top 9 drivers. Jesus. That was 10. Can I back out of this? Amazing. Right, so that was our first race in the 2015 season as Carlos Sainz. We finished 10th. In real life, he finished 9. But that's fine, that's okay. I got a point. Melbourne isn't my fastest track by far. I don't think it would cause any injury. Our car was fine. All went to plan. Came in behind a teammate. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut these up into individual episodes. I probably will. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Let's hope for a good fight next race in Malaysia. I can't remember the track layout, but we're going to give it a good go. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.